Memories flash before your eyes, your home in Riverbend. Was in Cade in the Temple of Alara, gaining new friends. I was trapped in that crystal. Recall venturing across the realm, sailing all the way to the pirate city of Flotilla, and passing through the treacherous Deadwood, only to be captured by the Drachna. You got to the Undermount in time to stop the Shadow Court's plans. You sad, pathetic little creature. Only to be betrayed by the Temple of Light and Light Tower. And Prince Aaron. At last, my lord, I'm ready to join your side. You chased him into the Shadow Realm. But Nia was possessed by the Dreadlord, and you had to make a heartbreaking choice. And nothing but a strange weight at the back of your mind. The sun shines brightly overhead as you and Nia stroll through the streets of Whitetower, one of her hands linked with yours. I still can't believe how impressive you were in that last fight. Give yourself some credit, Nia. You're the one who cleansed the Blade of Light and overpowered the Dreadlord. Not to mention helping gather all of the Onyx shards and fighting the Shadow Court at every step. Rain, how many ales did you have at the party? We fought the Dreadlord years ago. Though I guess you have earned it. So long as you're ready to start our next adventure bright and early tomorrow. You smile at her, bringing your forehead to hers. I know I'll be ready with you by my side. You return to your leisurely stroll, the city banners flap in the breeze, people bow and salute you, recognizing the hero of Morella by side. Remind me, who are we fighting this time? Let me guess, it's some terrifying monster that no one has ever been able to defeat before. Oh no, not a monster. Grip on your hand suddenly tightens, her fingernails digging into your skin as a wicked smile twists her face. It's me. Suddenly, it feels like the ground is falling out from underneath you as the whole world shifts. You're no longer standing in the White Tower, but some dark, ethereal realm. Mia's hands glow bright with magic as she hurls an orb of light right at you. You barely leap out of the way in time. You let them take me. You look around wildly, only to see the rest of your party materializing from the ether, wreathed in shadow. I don't understand. I'm your friend. We'll no longer have a need for your friends. They only make you weak. Some friend you were anyway. When I got sucked into the Shadow Realm, you left me to be tortured by the Shadow Court. Would a friend do that? And you let them kidnap me so they could use me as a vessel for the Dreadlord. But why else do you think Aaron was able to deceive you? How couldn't you see he was working for the Shadow Court the whole time? You watch as they all advance on you, weapons and magic at the ready, menace burning in their eyes. Wait, this can't be real. It's a dream, it's gotta be. Ah! Imtora's hand axe cuts deep in your shoulder, pain shooting through your arm as she rips it out. We're very real. Though I doubt you will be for much longer. Get her! Heartbeat pounding in your ears, you run, your friends give chase, and your breath comes out ragged as you spot a hooded figure in the distance. It's time to stop running, Rain. But before you can reach them, searing fire catches you in the back and you crash roughly to the ground. Ugh! It's over, Rain. Cade strolls up, and the others follow until they've formed a tight circle around you, trapping you inside. Stop, please. This isn't you. You throw a desperate look at the hooded figure who speaks calmly, their voice seeming to echo around you. This is your dream, Brain. Only you can control it. You must focus on what you care about, those you love, not as they are now, but as they are meant to be. For who knows when you shall see them again. Mal's dagger flashes out, scratching a tiny stream of blood against your throat. Any last words? Squeeze your eyes shut, searching for a memory of happier times. Share a heartfelt moment with those special to you and gain a useful item for later in the story. This is the only opportunity to spend time with them this chapter. Really. Side quest, Dream World. Think about those I love. You look around at the faces of your comrades, your friends, still twisted with shadow, and recall everything they've been through. If this is a dream, then I can show them who they are. I can make them remember. Dagger still pressed against your throat, you close your eyes, dredging up the memory of you and Nia, finding Mal captured by the shadow cord. Give it up! Never. The shadows around him flicker as the world ripples like a stone being dropped into a lake. The bright red dims and Mal's dagger disappears. What the... What are you doing? You recall the smell of moss, dust, light streaming through the cracked roof. Every memory sends another ripple through the air. Taking control. The landscape abruptly shifts, red bleeding into brown to form a stone chamber. The Temple of Alara? Mal, Nia, this is where we found the first Onyx Shard and fought Duke Ethrax, where we became a team. Cade's form melts into a bruised and battered version of itself, the way he looked like when he found him, tortured by the Shadow Cord. This is where you left them. Take me. No one's being taken today. Looking across the room, you remember the enemies you faced on that day, and a moment later, Duke Ethrax and a Shadowhound materialize. Cease your interference. You stand no chance against the might of the Shadow Court. Ethrax, you bastard, you kidnapped me. We can't let them get the shard. The shadows disappear from Nia and Mal as they step between Ethrax and the vault, and you turn to Cade. Are you with me, brother? He blinks at you, surprised, and the shadow around him fades away too, taking his injuries with it. I am. We should sneak around and flank. We'll be seen. No, we won't. I've picked up a few tricks from Mal that we can use. Grabbing Cade's arm, you pull him into the dark shadows of the room. You creep around until you're behind Ethrax and his Shadowhound. Now. Leaping out from your hiding spot, Cade slams into the hound, tackling it to the ground, while Nia blasts it with magic. Take that. Our turn, Mal. On it. You rip the sword off of Ethrax's back, stab it in his leg. He crumples to the ground where Mal plunges a dagger right into his throat. No! He lets out an enraged scream as his body and the Shadowhound dissolve into a fine mist and disappear completely. I can't believe that worked. We did it! Not bad, kid, not bad. Mal claps you on the shoulder, but out of the corner of your eye you see Imtura stalking towards you, shadow still rolling off of her. You can't distract me from our goal. Imtura, remember how we first met? You were boarding our ship when a group of Grobtars attacked. As you focus, the scenery dissolves, so you're on a ship. Grobtars surround you, Imtura snarls, the shadow disappearing as she draws her axes. Not these bottom feeders again. The Grobtars rush at Imtura, and while she's able to slash a couple down across the chest, leaving them bleeding, they quickly overwhelm her. I'll keep them from boarding. Go help her. As you take off, Mal hurls a dagger right into the forehead of Grobtar, trying to climb up the side of the ship. I'm coming, Imtura. I'll use the boulder form. You slam your shoulder into one of the Grobtars, knocking it off Imtura. It flies back, slamming into the railing and toppling over the side. Who's next? Imtura leaps up, starts hacking at the remaining creatures. You grab one and spin around, throwing it into one of the masts. Nice form. I learned from the best. As the last of the Groptars falls overboard, Nia rushes over, laying a glowing hand over Umtura's wounds and quickly healing it. Good as new. What's next, Landrat? You turn your gaze on Tyrell, Threat, Lula, who watch you with malice in their eyes, still consumed by shadow. Those three. We won't fall for your tricks. We are far stronger than the rest of you. Not even the promise of snacks will sway us. Though if you have some, we won't say no. But you've got to solve the puzzle before we get crushed. It's like the one in the Undermountain Catacombs. The ship and sea melt away to form a cavern with a massive door, various symbols painted on. Then everything around you gives a violent shake, and when you look at your friends again, the darkness in their eyes is gone. The whole place is coming down. Well, each of the symbols is half a letter, so the answer must be a word. But what order do the letters go in? It's like we're missing part of the solution. Any day now. These things take time. I'm not sure we have time. Blast the door with magic. I'm done waiting. Summoning an orb of light in your hand, you hurl it right at the center of the massive door. I don't think that's going to... But as soon as your magic strikes, the door is thrown open, as though struck by a terrifying amount of force. Well, I'll be damned. But that doesn't make any sense. Who cares? Let's go. All of you go charging through the door, and everything shifts again, returning to the strange dream world, this time filled with blue light instead of red. That was close. What's life without a little danger, elf boy? But that's not how any of that went. No, it's not. But that means you remember how it did go. Cade's gaze clears, and he seems to really see you for the first time. You came for me in the Shadow Realm. You saved me. You were the whole reason I set out on the quest. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, even if it meant searching both of the realms. Thank you, Rain, for everything. He gives you a gentle smile, and then slowly fades away entirely. Suddenly, you feel weight laying on your shoulders as both Threp and Lula leap on you, on either side of you. Threp nuzzles you affectionately as he purrs. Thank you for releasing me from the crystal, Rain. And saving me from the Shadow Court dungeons. And for keeping us both so well fed. You've been such a good friend, Threp. Steadfast to the end, and I can already tell you're gonna be just the same, Lula. Are all Nespers as loyal as you two? Only the really good ones. Their wings are still fluttering contentedly when they fade away, as Cade did. You glance back at the rest of your friends, each of them smiles as their solid forms slowly begin to dissolve. Wait, don't go yet. You reach out for Nia, taking her hand in yours, causing her form to grow solid again. Look at you. It's hard to believe you're still the same wide-eyed priestess I met back in Riverbend. I was pretty naive. But now you've seen the world and had a chance to change and grow. I have you to thank for that. Her smile wavers for just a second, and you give her hand a just squeeze. But I'm not sure what my future holds now. Without the temple, I mean. You get to make your own choices now. That seems so scary. Only because it's new. You'll get used to it more quickly than you realize. I hope so. And I promise you, no matter what, we'll be together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. You draw her close, pressing her warm lips to yours as you take her in your arms. As long as I'm with you, I feel like anything is possible. Her hands frame your face as she kisses you again, whispering softly against your lips. So please, come back to me, Rain. Her bright smile never fades, even as she drifts into nothingness. Why not? We'll reach for each one if we can. Reach for Mal, clasping his forearm, causing his image to grow more solid. We're a long way from Temple Alara. Feels like it was yesterday. Back then, you were still just a rogue looking for treasure. Now you're a world-saving hero. Yeah, still hard to believe I had anything to do with that. Even as he smiles, he radiates nervousness and uncertainty. Emotions, he finally gives voice as his face falls. But what does that mean? It means you will still be you. You'll still be snarky, difficult. I believe you mean brilliant and devastatingly handsome. See, you haven't changed that much. Slowly, Mal begins to fade into darkness, like a candle burning out. You hold out your hands to Tara, who squeezes them gratefully, her body becoming solid once more. Funny how different my life would be if I hadn't met you in the way I did, landlord rat. You attacked us. Just one time. I suppose you more than made up for it, giving us a ride on the Wraith, helping us get to the rest of the shards. I always thought I knew what my future held, that I had everything decided. Now I'm not so sure what lies ahead. You have your ship waiting for you. I'm sure she's missed you as much as you've missed her. There's my crew, too. I bet they're doing just fine. But we're not done exploring the Cartesian Sea. Is a pirate really ever done? Only one way to find out. She steps back and slowly begins to fade away until there's nothing left of her. You step over to Tyrrell, who seems to grow more solid as you approach. So much of my life has been spent in pursuit of revenge, it's odd to think of what it will be like without it. I'm sure Undermount is just dying to throw another masquerade. As much as I value the bonds one makes at a social gathering, I believe any revelry should wait. I prefer they spend their time more proactively for now. I don't know, we defeated a member of the Shadow Court at the last one. Seems pretty proactive to me. I don't know if I ever said thank you for helping me. I'm just glad I could be there for you, and with you through all of it, and that you were able to get closure with Kaya. So am I. Even if the future is so wide open. Precisely. You could try relaxing. What does that word even mean? You are teasing me. Yes. As you watch, his form begins to grow hazier and hazier until he disappears. You're now alone. You spot an eerie, glowing stone in the center of the circle where your friends once stood. It floats in the air, suspended. It vibrates with power in your hand, shadows flickering within. You got the dream essence, like the darkness that surrounded my friends. The hooded figure appears before you. They reach out and press the tip of one finger gently to your forehead. It is time. For what? You feel your body lift, then the world falls away beneath it. To wake up. You find yourself in the castle gardens, passing tankards of ale around as the sun begins to set. It feels oddly familiar, like a memory. A toast, beating the Dreadlord. To green things and fresh air. And sunshine. This is ridiculous. You may as well toast to the bees. Green to the bees. May they teach Tyrrell to have a better attitude. Okay. Purple circle of death. His words fade to a gasp as a large swirling vortex opens right in front of you and soldiers stream through it into the gardens. Get her! Using your lightning-fast agility, you manage to dodge her swords, blows, and even a arrow that whistles past your head. You'll have to try harder than that. Rain, behind you! You turn away from the soldiers. Another presence at your back, a voice cold as ice, echoes around the garden. Enough! You wheel around to see a tall woman stepping through the portal with predatory grace. Oh. Hello there. Flashbang. Hello, mistress. You fall to her feet. The Blade of Light. Who are... She cut you off, grabbing your shoulder, and you sway in place as your energy suddenly drains out of you. What are you doing to me? Rain! Get your hands off of her! You barely hear your friends pass, the roaring in your ears, and then everything vanishes as you're dragged through the portal. Oh look, we're back! And it looks like everything is dead and on fire. Chapter 1. Through the Looking Glass. Back to earning EXP. You jerk awake. Your movements arrested by the taut bindings around your wrists, ankles, and chest. What the... You're strapped to a stone table in a dark room. You can see the shadowy outlines of strange machines, odd knickknacks, and metal cages. Magic thrums around you, emanating from and reflecting off the obsidian walls. The darkness weighs on you in a very familiar way. No, it can't be. I'm back in the Shadow Realm. You struggle against the heavy straps binding you as a woman dressed in a guard's attire approaches. She grabs your arm roughly, her reptilian greens molted in the darkness. You're finally awake. You feel a hard weight in your palm, somehow warm and cool at once. It must be the stone from my dream, but I don't have a clue what it is or how to use it. You close your fingers tightly and slip the stone into your clothes as subtly as you can with your arms still bound. Come, she'll want to see you. She? The guard ignores you as she unstraps you from the table. A hand binds your hands in front of you and hauls you out of the room. As you march down the hall, you hear a voice in your head, the same as the one you heard from the hooded figure in your dream. Rain, you must get out of there. Glancing around you, you note the guard's grip on your shoulder is a tad loose, and she lets out a heavy sigh as she marches you down the hall. Slam my heel on her toe, charm her, find a weapon. We'll try charm. You just earned EXP! Yeah, I guess. Earn enough, you'll level. You know, I'm already bound. You don't need to tire yourself out dragging me around. It's not like I can escape. What are you on about? Just that with my hands bound like this, I'm basically helpless. I could never beat someone as strong and capable as you. The guard watches you for a moment before releasing her grip on your shoulder. Fine, just keep pace with me. You walk alongside her for a few moments before breaking into a run down the hall. You race to the nearest door to make good your escape, only to find yourself facing a dreadfully familiar chamber crowded with armored soldiers. This is where we fought the Dreadlord. Soldiers watch you as they sharpen their weapons, and 10 beasts and pins the side of it churns your stomach. Get back here. The guard rushes in behind you, taking advantage of your momentary lapse. She grabs you, her grip painfully tight. As you march through the chamber, you think of the voice you heard before, the one that urged you to escape. Who are you, and who are these people? These are the soldiers of the Ash Empire, an enemy far deadlier than any you faced. But what do they want with me? They wish to use you for their own means, for you are a realm walker. But who are you? There will be time for that later. For now, you must simply trust that I am someone who wants to help you. I guess I don't have a choice. But why are we here in the Shadow Court's fortress? Because they hope it holds the secrets to crossing the barrier. The guard holding you captive marches you down another dark hallway and into a stone room that holds a simple desk. Wait here, and if you value your life, you won't try anything. Yes, but I'm already valuable, and I know I'm valuable, and you need me, so get I don't know, get screwed. She slams the door behind her, leaving you alone in the small room. Okay, Rain, if at first you don't succeed, you try like hells to escape again. You search the room looking for anything possible to exit, or anything else that might help you win your freedom. As you search, your gaze lands on a large, blood-soaked bowl on a desk. A stone tablet sits beside it and reads secrets of the Realm Walker. Tyrell called me that after we defeated the Dreadlord, and my voice said the same thing just now. Maybe this could give me some insight into whatever this Ash Empire wants with me? This is a lore tablet. Collect him to learn more about your strange circumstances you've been caught up in. Oh, and additionally, there's EXP for each tablet, and then every time you collect one, when you collect all 6, you get a prize at the bottom of the cereal box. After a quick glance around the room, you grab the tablet and start reading. Oh, okay, so it begins. The first Realm Walker. The first Realm Walker and the first Realm Walker had fallen largely in a myth. It's highly debated whether they came from the light or the shadow realm, but it is known that they spent time in the liminal space between the two. Those few who claim to have seen them only ever caught glimpses of being an incredulous appearance and power. Because of this, some have theorized that the Realm Walkers came from a race long forgotten or were even born from liminal space itself, though both claims are highly contested. While only fragments of stories about the first Realm Walker remain, all speak of their incredible abilities. Some even believe that an individual with such magic could not die. They live on even today. Realm Walker history. There have been a handful of Realm Walkers over the course of time. The Ash Empress has gone to great lengths to capture them, but she has never been successful until the current subject. Most make the trips between realms only a few times before they've never seen again. It's likely that travel causes the great strain, possibly resulting in death. Others may have been captured or killed by forces unknown. Some scholars contend that it's not those Realm Walkers that have disappeared, but as their power grows, they become better at slipping through unnoticed. Others believe traversing these barriers so frequently causes the Realm Walkers to become unmoored from reality. They say that these great beings have gotten lost in liminal space between the realms, where they wander still. Which is possible with the voice we're hearing. Becoming a Realm Walker. While many have found the means of travel between the two realms, that does not make them Realm Walkers. The Dreadlord and Shadow Court were not, for they used powerful artifacts to open a temporary and often unstable fissures within the barrier. Realm Walkers have the innate ability to create stable bridges between the worlds, needing no channel other than themselves. The only way to gain this ability, aside from potentially being born with it, appears to be a bond with a powerful artifact that can channel both light and shadow magic. From then on, a part of the object's power resides within them, and they become a Realm Walker. Unfortunately, the secrets of such artifacts have been lost in time, making Realm Walkers even harder to create and or find as years drag on. Our research suggests that it may also be that they're so rare because it takes incredible strength of will to bond with a powerful artifact that any perish in the attempt. Please save me. Realm Walker's primary ability is to create portals, allowing them to travel between the two known realms. It is easiest to create portals where the barrier between realms is the thinnest, but with practice and experience they can learn to open one anywhere. It seems most Realm Walkers can only have a portal large enough for a single person to pass, as they are often seen traveling alone. Our kind and noble Ash Empress believes that they are powerful enough to open portals that can move a small group or even a small army, though we have not yet found the means to test this hypothesis. It has been rumored that the Realm Walkers can also shift through physical materials, communicate telepathically over long distances, and even possess people. It's unknown for how much of this is actually truth versus rumor and superstition. Yay, we're done. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Literally and figuratively. I'm the only person who actually reads this stuff, so... and does voices. You got a lore tablet. If we were to line them up by size, it means we're going to have... 12. And then I don't know what the long column on the side is. The door slams open, and a woman in armor steps into the room. The same woman who kidnapped you from the gardens in White Tower. I see you've woken... you. The woman brushes past you, exuding power and magic in equal measure. For a moment, you've reminded of the ocean or a violent storm, beautiful and merciless. Who are you, and why have you kidnapped me? I am Princess Valix of the Ash Empire. She seems unmoved by your demands, as if she chose to answer because it suits her purposes, not yours. I've been seeking you for a very long time. Is that because you want revenge for the Shadow Court? No. I was strong enough to defeat the Dreadlord? No. You need me to make a portal into the Light Realm? She pauses for a moment, looking almost taken aback. She surveys you with narrowed eyes, and you can't tell if she's angry or impressed. Perhaps you're smarter than you look. Yes, using you, I will open a large enough portal for our army to cross through. But you made your own portal before, when you captured me. It took all the energy left in the Blade of Light to make the portal I used to reach you. That must be because I absorbed most of it when I killed the Dreadlord. She circles the desk, deep in thought. I spent so long experimenting, trying to find a way for anyone, not just realm walkers, to open a portal, and I've finally been successful. Soon my mother, the Ash Empress, will achieve her dream of reclaiming the Light Realm as her own. The smile falls from her face, replaced instantly with a wicked fury. And you will no longer be of any use to me. You know, we don't need to be enemies. Apparently that's locked because I didn't get the, seduction skill. You won't survive without my guidance. And why is that? The Light Realm is too dangerous, especially for someone like you, who has never been there before. She honestly seems to consider your words. You may be right. I suppose I'll just have to find some temporary allies, then. I could never trust you, you understand. She snaps her fingers, and the guard from before comes in. Yes, Princess. Restrain her. The guard abruptly seizes you by the shoulders. Valix picks up the pole from her desk and grips your arm with shocking strength. What are you... Pain tears through you. She slices you open with her fingernail, blood spilling from the wound. I would claim that I'm sorry, but that would be a lie. The blood pours into the bowl, filling it with alarming speed just as the vision starts to go fuzzy. Alex conjures a flame in her hand and presses it to the wound, sealing it shut. Ah! That is enough to get our scouts in a position once I have the rest of her blood. The rest? We'll open enough portals to send the whole army through. Alex, please don't do this. I'm sure we can find a peaceful solution that benefits everyone if you just let me. I have no interest in peace. I want war. She waves her hand dismissively at you with the guard. Take her to the cells. I want everyone assembled and ready before we spill every last drop. The guard hauls you off into a cell and shoves you inside. Woozy from the blood loss, you tumble to the cold stone floor, and you can hardly hear the voice in your head when it returns. Rain, you must escape. Rise now and I'll help you. How? My hands are tied, I'm locked in a cell, and I can barely keep my eyes open. You are a realm walker. You're not bound by the physical. You may not be able to open a portal here, as you are not at full strength, but I can help you escape your confinement. If you find a place where the barrier is weak, you can step through it. It takes all your strength to climb to your feet. You grit your teeth as you hold yourself up against the wall. Show me. Focus on the ropes around your wrists, on the bars in front of you. These are physical barriers that cannot hold you. Imagine yourself passing through them like water through sand, free. Like water through sand. You concentrate on the rhyme of their words, on the imagery they evoke, and the ropes drop from your wrists onto the ground below. Gods above and below. Look, we learned something new. You step forward, watching as your body seems to shimmer and go transparent as you pass through the bars of the cell. Look, we have all new abilities. Woo. Okay, I can phase through solid objects. That's a thing I can do now. As you sneak down the narrow corridor that houses the cells, you come across a table. Only it is a heavy set of dark armor and several weapons that you've never used before. We have a staff, alchemy set, and a chain. Why not choose Okay, you know what, I'm fond of staffs, leave me alone. I'm also fond of alchemy, but, you know. Listen, I'm thinking of, you know, the guy from Fear the Walking Dead. As you pick up one of the weapons, a soldier rounds the corner. You there, back away from the table! Sweep the feet. Watch your step. You swing the butt of the staff down to the guard's knees, knocking his legs out from underneath him. Ugh. Also, I have 2 bamboo staffs that I personally use myself in my room. As he stumbles and flails, you bring the other one into the staff around and smack him across his faceplate. He collapses at your feet. We've leveled! Woohoo! Don't know what we get. It's been a minute. Oh, we get to pick survival, combat, diplomacy. Well, figuring we have nothing in diplomacy, why not? We have intimidate, inspire, insight. Insight. Too bad we don't keep the abilities we already had and these. Hopefully that's the last of these guys I have to deal with. You look over to where the armor still sits on the table, looking as though it would fit right in along the side of the shoulder you just fought. If I wear a disguise, it'll be easier to get out of here. I might even be able to slip away unnoticed. Wear the diamond choice. Listen, it's black armor. You quickly tug on the shadow armor, which fits well, allowing for a surprising ease of movement. I need every advantage I can get. As you creep through the prison, the voices echo through your head once more. Head for the central chamber. Secure in your armor, you stride confidently towards the exit. The guard from before stands watch over the door and looks at you in confusion. I didn't think there was anyone else back there. Oh, I was called in to fix some of the broken cell doors. Don't want anyone escaping, right? Not on my watch, at least. Very well. Everything's fixed up now. I'll be heading out. Though, maybe I should leave you at my back. I should strike a pressure point. As you walk past the door, you clap the guard on the shoulder in a friendly fashion. You have a good night. He'll lash out before she can finish, aiming for the spot near her temple. One solid thwack and she slumps to the floor unconscious. Such a useful trick. The disembodied voice returns as you make your way back to the familiar room. Head outside the fortress to where you enter the Shadow Realm for the first time. Why? The other weak spot in the barrier is in this very chamber, where you defeated the Dreadlord, but is too well guarded. You stride out into the room, still doing your best to look relaxed and confident. None of the soldiers give you a second glance. Might be easier than I thought. A woman near the gates returns, and you catch a glimpse of a familiar profile. Or not. You glance around the room, looking for a suitable distraction. A bow, a quiver, laying abandoned against the wall, animal mill restlessly in a pen, and several soldiers march in formation towards the exit. I should fall into formation with the soldiers, cause a stampede, shoot down a tense lamp. You know what, why not? Not the best quality, but I can make this work. You take careful aim at the lamp and let your arrow fly. It whizzes silently across the room and knocks the lantern back into the canvas tent, which promptly catches fire. What did you do? It wasn't me! You fools, put out the fire. As the soldiers scramble to stop the blaze from spreading, you dart to the entrance and slip silently from the fortress. Outside, there are no soldiers at all, but the Master's fortress still looms behind you. Oh, we have a map. Look at that. The path seems to lead straight to where I first entered the Shadow Realm, but the Ash Empire must have guards keeping a lookout. I'll find a way around. You melt into the rocky terrain, using your skills to stay hidden and approach from the sides. Glancing back at the fortress, you see 2 guards posted on the ramparts, but they don't seem to notice you. Also, aren't I wearing their armor so they wouldn't have noticed me in the first place? Works every time. You're only steps away from your goal when a blast of dark magic explodes next to you in a flash of soot and shadow. You look back and see Valix racing towards you. Damn it! Get back here! How did you even know? Seriously. A swirling mass of shadow forms in Valix's hands as you finally reach the spot where you first came to the Shadow Realm. Remembering the voice's instructions, you picture yourself back in the White Tower throne room. Come on, come on. But nothing happens. You're not getting away. Alex's footsteps echo like thunder behind you, and panic rises as you search for the power you used after your fight with the Dreadlord. Any time now. Focus on the colors of the throne room, sounds I'd hear, people there, colors of the throne room. You picture the beautiful purple curtains hanging in the windows, the bright red carpets leading up to the throne. So please, come back to me, Rain. I'm trying, Nia. The sparks of Alex's magic whisper down your spine. She's so close you can almost feel her. Please. A strange sensation rushes through your body like all the air being sucked from your lungs. A small portal, barely large enough to fit you, tears open. It crackles at the edges, and like it may collapse at any second. Thank you. No! Bye! Alex's fingers graze your back as you throw yourself through the tear between the realms. The portal collapses behind you with a loud pop, slicing the tip of your boot clean off in the process. Oh, hells. You float through the strange space towards another equally small portal, a mirror of the first. As you do, you see the figure from your dream. But as you stare, their cloak and hood shimmer and melt away, revealing a strange-looking figure. I am the Watcher. You'll speak again soon. Your vision goes white as you stumble through the other portal into the throne room, dizzy, spinning. Voices erupt into panic all around you as you collapse to the floor, wheezing. I need to see the king and his advisors. It's important. Rain? You turn to see Cade running towards you, looking different somehow. He reaches you, his hand shaking as he pulls you into a hug. It really is you. Cade, we need to gather everyone. I've been to the Shadow Realm and... Trail off as he grips your shoulders, taking his head in disbelief as he stares at you. Why are you looking at me like that? Rain, you've been gone for a year. Oh. Well then. That sounds like fun. We're just stuck with a black screen with EXP. There we go. Alright. So, Blades of Light and Shadow are back on the menu, boys. So remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Just in case you didn't get it the first time, there it is again. Seriously. Love you, beautiful faces. Thank you all for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. Doing a subscribe would greatly help, as well as a like. I know 85% of you that watch my content are not subscribed. It's a free button. This is no other platform. It's a free button. That means you will receive notification, especially if you hit the bell, that, hey, the next Blades of Shadow is up, or anything else you might like, including Romance Club, or any of the other gameplay that I do, including streams. So again, smack that button. Thank you all for watching. Love you, beautiful faces, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.